Careless, careless, shoot anonymous, anonymous. 참을 수밖에 없어. 눈을 감지 마. I want something stronger. 묘한 그대의 모습에 넋을 놓고 세상의 끝이라도 따라갈게. Oh no. 세상에 재밌는 게 더 많아. 난 너랑 달라. 편하게 여기 앉아 이제 내 얘기를 들어. 어린다는 것들은 많아. 그 안에 진짜를 봐봐. Call me baby, call me baby.
Hello everyone, this is Paul Sam, running the channel LKIK. In this video, we're gonna check out double final consonants, which is 겹받침 in Korean. And you can download this table at Facebook group, Learn Korean in K-Culture. Please check out the announcements of the group. As you see the table below, we have about more than 10 double final consonants. Of course, these two consonants are sort of twin final consonants, but I put them together in the table for your convenience. So the first one is 쌍기역. 쌍 means double, and it's pure Korean, whereas this 겹 is from Chinese word. So 겹 is the same as this 쌍. 쌍기역. Now I use this stress symbol for tensified sound. So this is not 상, but 쌍. 쌍기역. Now look at the romanization symbol for 쌍기역. 기역 alone has the sound of this G sound, as in game, gate. But this is 쌍기역, so the sound is tensified. And you can see these romanization symbols in other texts for the same 쌍기역. But I'll choose this one for 쌍기역. Now let's look at this example. This letter has the double final consonant 쌍기역. When this letter is used alone, then the pronunciation of 쌍기역 is just the same as 기역 alone. So just G sound. So you pronounce like 박, 박. You don't release the sound like 바그 or 박. Just 박. You have to close the syllable like a glottal stop. 박. So the double final consonant 쌍기역 here is pronounced the same as just 기역 alone when this letter is used alone. Now let's move to the right column. Now this time, this 박 is followed by a vowel in the next letter. So in this case, liaison or linking occurs. So the double final consonant 쌍기역 moves to the next letter. So this 에 becomes 깨, 밖에. So you can pronounce these words like 밖에, 밖에. But still, pronouncing this word as 박, not 파, but 박, is still allowed. So you can pronounce these words like 밖에, 밖에. So 밖에 and 밖에 both are fine. Now look at this one. This one is pronounced like 묵 in isolation, 묵. But it is also followed by a vowel of the next letter. So liaison occurs and the double final consonant 쌍기역 moves to the next letter. So this becomes 꺼, 꺼. So you can pronounce these words like 무꺼, 무꺼. But still, you can pronounce this letter like 묵, not 무, but 묵. So you can also pronounce these words like 묶어, 묶어. So 묶어 and 묶어, both are fine. Now let's check them out with the lyrics of famous K-pops. Lyrics number 1 is from the song Mama by EXO. 참을 수 밖에, 밖에. 없어, 없어. Let's watch the video first.
Careless, careless, shoot anonymous, anonymous.
This part.
참을 수
참을 수 밖에 없어. One more time. 참을 수밖에 없어. Right. 참을 수. This one is pronounced as 박 in isolation. 박. But it is followed by a vowel of the next letter. So the 쌍기역 moves to the next letter. And this 에 becomes 깨. 바, 깨. 밖에. But as I said, pronouncing this word as 박, not 파, 박 is also allowed. So you can still pronounce as this word like 밖에, 밖에, 밖에 and 밖에. Both are fine. 참을 수 밖에. Let's watch the video again. 참을 수 밖에 없어. One more time. Wow, great. Now look at the second one. This one is 쌍시옷. And I use this romanization symbol, but you can also see this symbol in other texts. And as you see, there's no single meaningful letter containing 쌍시옷 as a double final consonant. This 박 means outside, but there's no meaningful single letter in this case. Now let's look at the examples. This one is 알겠어, 알겠어. You may know the song Boy With Love by BTS. 이제 조금은 나 알겠어, 알겠어. So this letter alone is pronounced as cat here. The pronunciation of 쌍시옷 is just the same as the pronunciation of 시옷 alone when it is pronounced alone. So this letter is pronounced as cat, cat. But as you see, this letter is followed by a vowel of the next letter. So the 쌍시옷 of this letter shifts to the next letter. So this becomes 써, 써. So this is pronounced like 개, 써. But still, pronouncing this letter as cat, not just 개, cat is allowed. So you can also pronounce this like 겠어, 알겠어. So 알겠어 is okay, and also 알겠어 is okay too. Lyrics number 2 is from the song Boy With Love by BTS. 이제 조금은 나 알겠어. 이제 조금은 나 알겠어. Let's watch the video first. 이제 조금은 나 알겠어. One more time. 이제 조금은 나 알겠어. Right. So this letter is pronounced as cat in isolation, but it is followed by a vowel of the next letter. So liaison or linking occurs, and the 쌍시옷 of this letter moves to the next letter. So this becomes 써, 써. 알겠어, 겠어. But still, pronouncing this letter as cat is also allowed. So 겠어 and also 겠어. Both are fine. Let's watch the video again. 이제 조금은 나 알겠어. One more time. Now from this 기역 시옷, the double final consonants are composed of different consonants, right? So in these cases, the first consonant is important. This one is 기역 시옷. So 기역 is important. Look at this romanization symbol. I wrote G here first, which is the sound of 기역, and S in parentheses. I'll tell you the reason why I wrote like this. Look at the example, this one. This one is pronounced as 덕. This S is not pronounced when this letter is used alone, just 넉. But look at these examples. This letter 넉 is followed by a vowel of the next letter. In this case, this S sound in parentheses regains its value and moves to the next letter. So this 을 becomes 슬, 슬. And this letter is tensified for some other reason. I'll tell you this later. So this is pronounced like 넋을, 넋을. And this one's too. This one is pronounced as 목 in isolation, but it is followed by a vowel of the next letter. So the 시옷 of this double final consonant moves to the next letter, and 은 becomes 쓴. So this is pronounced as 목쓴, 목쓴. So the first consonant 기역 of this 기역 시옷 is important. 기역 sound is always pronounced, whether the letter pronounced alone or pronounced together. And this is applied to most of the double final consonants, except a couple of cases. Lyrics number 3 is from the song Don't Go by EXO. 오묘한 그대의 모습에, this is important, 넋을 놓고, 넋을 놓고. Let's watch the video first. 그대의 모습에 넋을 놓고. One more time. 넋을 놓고. Right. So this letter is pronounced as 넋 in isolation, 넋. But this letter is followed by a vowel. So the hidden sound 시옷 moves to the next letter, and this 을 becomes 슬. So this is pronounced as 넋을, 넋을. Let's watch the video again. This part. 넋을 놓고. One more time. Now look at the next one. This is 니은, 지읒. So 니은 is important. So I wrote N here and J in parentheses. And also there's no single meaningful letter containing 니은, 지읒 as the final consonant. And look at this example. This one is pronounced as 안 when pronounced alone. And this is also followed by a vowel here. So liaison or linking occurs. So the 지읒 moves to the next letter, and this 아 becomes 자. So this is pronounced as 앉아, 앉아. Lyrics number 4 is from the song Call Me Baby by EXO. 편하게 여기 앉아, 앉아. Let's watch the video first. 편하게 여기 앉아. This letter is pronounced as 안 in isolation, but it is followed by a vowel of the next letter. So the hidden 지읒 sound moves to the next letter, and 아 becomes 자. So this is pronounced as 앉아, 앉아. Let's watch the video again. 편하게 여기 앉아. One more time. Now look at the next one. 니은, 히읗. So I wrote N here and H in parentheses. Let's look at the examples. This one is pronounced as 만 in isolation, 만. And it is also followed by a vowel of the next letter. But in case of 히읗, 히읗 is often weakened or dropped for some reason. And I'll also tell you this later. So in this case, 히읗 is just dropped. And still liaison or linking occurs. So in this case, 니은 moves to the next letter, and this is pronounced as 마나, 마나. And look at this one. This one is pronounced as 안, alone. And 히읗 of the 니은 히읗 is just dropped. and this letter starts with a consonant, not a vowel. So altogether, just here is dropped. So this is pronounced as 앉는, 앉는. So the sound 니은, N, is always pronounced, but the sound here, H, is sometimes pronounced, but other times dropped. Lyrics number 5 is from the song 달라 달라 by Itzy. 세상엔 재밌는 게 더 많아. 많아. Let's watch the video first. This part. 세상엔 재밌는 게 더 많아. One more time. 세상엔 재밌는 게 더 많아. Right. This letter is pronounced as 만 in isolation. 만. And it is followed by a vowel of the next letter. But the sound of here of this letter is dropped or weakened. The remaining 니은 moves to the next letter because of liaison or linking. So it is pronounced as 많아. 많아. So in this case, I guess it might be better to memorize this pronunciation rather than thinking about all the confusing phonics rules. 많아. Let's watch the video again. 세상엔 재밌는 게 더 많아. One more time. 세상엔 재밌는 게 더 많아.